Hey guys, Tom here, your friendly neighborhood tour guide. Today's training video is about slide presentation. We're a very visual society, as you all know. Everywhere you go, there's a video or an image trying to tell you something, sell you something, or direct you in some fashion. So slides are an important part of the narrative you're trying to create. And believe it or not, a good slide presentation can be the difference between a 3 or 4-star review and a 5-star review. Now, the average tourist, by definition, is a novice, childlike in their wonder of the big city, and they don't want a dry lecture about a particular neighborhood. They want to be entertained. You know, they want stories, they want jokes, they want energetic performances by the tour guides. Imagine reading a storybook to a youngster in monotone without showing the pictures. Would you do that to a child? No. You would do voices, and you would show and explain the accompanying pictures to make the story come alive. Now, this is your job as a tour guide. Now, I know it sounds simple. When you're talking about a particular subject, you just pop open your book and show the picture. But there are some things to consider, however. You have to deliberately present the slide and hold it on an even plane while slowly panning from side to side so everyone can see it. Make sure you do this while you're talking about the subject, stopping to point out something of interest if necessary. Now, when you're done presenting the slide, close the book completely to help the guest focus back on you and the story that you're telling. It happens all the time where a guide doesn't close the book completely or is mistakenly showing another slide while he's talking, waving the book around, and that's all the guest can focus on. Have you ever been to a show and the actor on stage will drop a prop on the stage and that's all you can focus on? Are they going to kick it? Are they going to step on it? When are they going to take it off the stage? And that's what your slide book is. Your slide book is a prop. So when you're done presenting, take it off stage. Here's an example of what not to do. Now, this may look like an exaggeration, but I have seen this sort of presentation on tours before. Guides not knowing what slide is next, showing slides that haven't been talked about yet. Overall, a very sloppy performance and not deserving of the guest's time and attention, and certainly not worthy of a 5-star review. Well, I guess that about covers it. Please post any tips or concerns you have about this or other training videos on our Google community, and we'll see you on the street. Take care. Oh, hi guys. Tom here, your friendly neighborhood tour guide, here to talk to you today about projection. No, I'm not talking about going to the movies. I'm talking about projecting your sound over the ample noise of New York City. When I first started as a tour guide, I trained as an opera singer, and I was able to throw my voice to the back of the house, and yet when I get out on the street, totally different scene. I was being told I couldn't be heard. I was almost insulted at first until I realized that there are certain steps you need to do to be able to be heard above the din of New York City. I'd say probably one of the most important things is to just face the crowd. Make sure when you're speaking, you are talking directly to your crowd. Because if you turn your head upstage, no one's going to hear you. You know, it seems normal, right? But a lot of new guides, they will point at something upstage and then turn their head to talk about it. Say, see that boat over there? So that boat, that's what I want to tell you about, because that is an awesome boat. If you see the way it goes. And that's how Columbus discovered America. So you didn't hear anything that I said, right? Because I had my head upstage. But it seems like a simple thing, but it's a good thing to do. Also, you have to give it more than you think. A lot of times you think you're giving it your all, and you are not. You really got to talk very loud, like you're talking to somebody across the street. And usually that will get through. Believe me, the crowd will tell you if you're being too loud, and you'll have to dial it back. I'd say probably, the most important thing for somebody who doesn't have a very loud voice is one of these personal amplifiers. This thing has been a lifesaver for me. It really has. Because I was killing myself and I didn't need to. All I need to do was plug one of these in, hanging around your neck, and you're all set to go. Comes with a nifty little headset here. You put that headset on and suddenly you look like Britney Spears, right? Yeah. You'll find the balance when you're out there. It's difficult to judge at first. But talk to your guests. Ask them. They'll let you know if you're being too loud or not loud enough. And when you wear the amplifier, you got to make sure that you control the sound because it's coming straight out here, and often you don't hear how loud it is. So ask your guests, and they'll tell you. Because we are often in neighborhoods, and you want to make sure that you're being a good neighbor. So to sum up, always make sure that you are facing the crowd. You never want to talk upstage. Speak louder than you really think you need to be, especially in noisy environments. Very important, buy an amplifier to help project your sound. Make sure to keep it at a comfortable volume in quieter areas. And ask your guest if you can be heard clearly or if it's too loud. Believe me, they will tell you. Just get out there, you'll find your balance. A fire truck may come by, but you'll have to adjust. But in general, I think if you follow these tips, you're going to get more tips. So go ahead and get out there and get those 5-star reviews. That's it for now. We'll see you on the street. Hi guys, Tom here, your friendly neighborhood tour guide. I'm sure you all heard the expression that timing is everything. And this is especially true on the tour. Somebody books a 2-hour tour, they want a 2-hour tour. You should never extend your tour by more than 5 minutes. I know often you can get guests on the tour that are very chatty and they pepper you with lots of questions and it could delay your time, but you have to make up for it elsewhere. So you may have to truncate a portion of it or maybe pull out a whole section altogether. But it's okay because the guest doesn't even know what they're missing, but they'll be happy to know that you ended on time. You think people come to New York City, this is a lifetime dream. And they don't know when they're going to get back here again. So they pack in as much as possible. And if your tour runs over by a half hour, you might cut into a very valuable lunchtime that somebody had well planned. And so now even if they liked your tour, they're still going to be upset because you didn't end on time. You need to set waypoints for yourself. So 15-minute increments. You need to know where you're going to be in 15 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes, and so on. This will really help you stay on time. Now with smaller groups, it can be a little different story. So if you have 5 to 10 people on the tour, you can ask them. If you're running over time, say, hey guys, I'm having such a great time with you today. I want to know is it okay if we go over a little bit? And if you show them that you value their time, 99% of the time they're going to be fine with it. So you should definitely try that technique. Now on the other side, you should never end your tour early. 5 minutes, that's fine, right? Because you're still wrapping up, you're explaining things to guests, giving them directions, that's okay. But more than 10 minutes is really a no-no. A lot of the tours we do are with the New York Pass, which means it's basically free for the guests, but they'll still get upset if they don't get what they were promised. I've seen many 4-star reviews that could have been 5-star reviews if the guide had valued the guest's time and ended on the mark. Okay, so just to sum up, you never want to end the tour early or late more than 5 minutes. You need to truncate segments or eliminate them altogether if necessary to stay on time. You want to create waypoints. You need to know where you're going to be every 15 minutes and adjust if necessary. And you want to show the guests that you value their time. Ask them if it's okay to run over. Well, speaking of time, I see my time is up. So in closing, just watch the clock and deliver concise material, and you will give your guests the time of their lives. That's it for now. Take care. We'll see you on the street. Hello everyone, Tom here, your friendly neighborhood tour guide. Today's training video is about body language. Body language is something that people pick up on without even knowing it. So your posture, your energy, your facial expressions all reveal what's going on inside. And if you're having a stressed out day, the challenge is to try to not bring that to the tour, or at least fake it. Let's face it, sometimes you're just having a crappy day. You woke up late and you weren't able to get your morning coffee from the bodega because you would have missed your train, only to find out when you get to the platform that there was a water main break in Bushwick and has delayed service on all lines. So now you're packed in like sardines with people hogging the pole so you can't hold on, and you're getting anxious because tour time is approaching. When you finally get there, you discover half the guests haven't arrived yet because they were also stuck on the same subway with you. Now, this has happened to all of us at one time or another trying to get to work, but we are in the customer service business, and there's no bad day on the tour. These moments can make you tense, but the audience will pick up on that. So your body language will really say a lot. One very important thing is eye contact. You want to make sure you're making eye contact with all your guests as you're going through the tour. Casual eye contact. You don't want to be staring at them intently, of course, but just including them in the conversation. Also, you never want to stand with your arms folded like this in front of the crowd because it really cuts you off. You always want to have an open posture and deliver the material with showmanship and poise. In general, just be aware of how you're presenting yourself. So go ahead, go out there, stand tall, be confident. And in the words of the great Ricardo Montalban,
Smile, everyone. smiles.
Now that's my kind of tour. That's it for now. Take care, and we will see you on the street.